So Hamvention 2019 is over. I must state right up front, this is not any kind of romantic love. This is ham radio love. This was an experience that I have wanted to have for a very long time. Ever since I got licensed, I have wanted to go to Hamvention, and I was able to do that this year, and it was amazing. I met so many interesting people. So many people came up to me and talked to me and had good things to say, and that was literally made the entire event for me. But really, it was everybody. Everybody was just so cool and so nice and so willing to talk about just random radio stuff. I would just start talking, strike up a conversation with people that were there looking at something that I was looking at in a booth, and we talked for a couple of minutes about just random radio stuff. It's so weird to go somewhere where everybody is kind of a like mind to you, and even if they're not exactly in the same niche and headspace you are, they're still with it, if you will. I had so much fun. There are so many people that I have to thank for making this all come together, as far as like my first time and making this accessible and easy for me to get into it. I'm going to show a montage in a second here of kind of all my fun little clips that I put together. But big shout out to w5kub.com, Tom, and the entire crew, really. Tom, in particular, explained a lot of things earlier for me to kind of tell me what I should know and where I should stay. Big shout out to the Hilton Garden Inn in Beaver Creek. Really nice spot to stay, which you'll see in a little bit. But man, it goes on from there. Big thanks to Jason and Frank at Ham Radio 2.0 for being so cool. There was a ton of people that helped us with the Saturday meetup. N9YO Anything with Wheels, W8MRD Stuff, and Jason, my buddy. Thank you so much, all of you, for helping. And there's a ton more of you that were involved in that, and a ton more of you that came, which was freaking awesome. So we're going to do that again. I don't know if we're going to do Hamvention or we're going to do Hamcation or both. But there will definitely be more to come. I want to say also, a lot of fun with Eric, Ham Radio Concepts. I assumed I'd have a good time with him, but it's always a little weird when you meet somebody, particularly when we're kind of at the same level on YouTube. And it was really fun hanging out with Eric. We were able to swap, talk shop, and do all kinds of stuff like that at the end on a Saturday night, and with everybody, with all the YouTubers. That was a weird cathartic event, just being able to talk to people that are in a similar space with you. So anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get on with the show. So I just made it in my room. Pretty standard looking bathroom. Surprise though, coming in a little bit. Little bathtub. I said give me a bathtub just in case I'm sore after walking for a day. Pretty cool. Looks like a standard room. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is a nicely done room. But then I'm like, what's this over here? Oh, there's a robe. There's two robes. What? What is this? Special note here to the gentlemen and ladies carrying the empty bag to take stuff home at Hamvention. One area I didn't get to spend much time at was AMSAT, which had a great little booth set up, so hopefully everybody got to experience that. Very cool. This is the main first building in Hamvention. This is where Kenwood and DX Engineering and Elecraft was. Shout out to Kenwood with the great big blue carpet. Man, that was beautiful. It was actually really nice to walk on too. Here it is.
That's a nice one. Eventually, I'm going to get one. I get my new roof. I'm going to get one of these next. You can tilt it down like that, or I can go up or down with reflections. That's fine. Okay. So, I can hold it. Take my glasses off.
So what's your best guess on an ETA?
ETD, just before the end of the year, so probably right around there. Wow.
Excellent. To reiterate what Eric said, that's end of the year 2019 for the release of the K4, which I'm looking forward to. Maybe I can get one.
Kilo 7 Delta Papa Sierra K7 DPS.
It was really cool to see 10 Tech and Alpha amplifiers out of the show. And maybe, just maybe we'll talk more about that in the future. There's somebody I know.
Hold on, wait a second, wait, we gotta do this together. And look who I run into here, we both got cameras on each other. There it is.
How's it going?
Crash Course, Hosh Nassi.
What's up, Eric?
Josh, right?
Josh, yeah.
I call you Hosh anyway.
That's what most people do.
So what's up, man?
Nothing, I just got done looking at the Elecraft. That thing's awesome. Have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it.
It's awesome.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, we could do this. You know, we could both, we could do this like we know what we're doing.
Here, let me turn this screen around.
We don't have
like, look. This is like two YouTubes clashing.
Yeah,
like,
well, it's not a clash.
No, not clashing. I mean, like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. The power.
Oh, yeah.
The
I'm gonna bring the energy.
I've been invited one time.
Oh, are you gonna come to the meetup?
Should I?
Heck yeah, why not? Warp Wing
it's up to
Brewery.
him. This guy's got to invite me.
It's
his
a bunch
thing.
of YouTubers. It's not my. It's a lot of different YouTubers. 6 p.m. Warp Wing Brewery, Saturday tomorrow, in downtown Dayton.
Look at me shaking. I've had too much coffee this morning.
I know. I need to get some more. Where are you getting it at?
I had to stop at McDonald's. I couldn't find a Dunkin' Donuts, but you know what? In Ohio, they don't put ice in your iced coffee. They still gave me warm coffee with no ice left. So.
Was it like a kit? You got to do it your own self. Okay, Eric. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you.
Cool. I'll see you
I'll
around.
catch you later. Yeah,
man.
What a piece of mechanical art Begali keys are. These things are amazing. It's hard to experience them if not in person. One of the hardest working teams at Hamvention, the W5KUB crew, streaming every day and putting out a ton of content and giving away a ton of prizes. It was awesome. It was great to see them. Definitely the biggest loop here. And give it up for my favorite ham radio store, ham radio outlet. Janet and Richard are both there. Got to talk to both of them. That was a great time. ICQ podcast guys right here. Go check out their stuff. I've got the FT2DR, and I wanted to see it in comparison to each other.
This is it too.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Very similar.
A little bigger. It has the color screen. It has the record function, the Bluetooth in it now too.
Oh, very nice.
We have for about 100, you say it was? Yeah, I think it's what they had it on sale for.
It looks like it's bolted there. I'll hand this back to you.
It's difficult.
Here, I'll help you out.
We lost one last year, and that
I understand.
makes it uncomfortable.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So here's the MP, 200 watt.
You actually can do recording with the SD card.
Oh, nice mic too. They got hats. Look how many hats. How many hats do you think you have back there?
Right now, we're bringing about 13,000. So.
13,000? So I was walking along and I saw this gentleman. What's your name?
KG4KRB.
And you've got an interesting device on your head there. What's going on there?
It's just an antenna for a small, what we call VHF radio.
Yeah.
That I keep in my
Oh,
pocket.
is that the Kenwood?
Yep.
That's a great radio. Tri-bander, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. I like that system. So do you think your head helps with grounding the radio at all, or?
Well, there's not much in that head, so probably not.
Very nice. Well, thanks for showing that. Another highly recommended podcast, the Ham Radio Workbench.
But there'd be a square and a round.
Yeah, that's not a bad price at all.
No, because I will tell you, I'm pretty sure this is sort of like an introductory.
The lost leader.
Well, they've tested it, right? But you guys are super creative.
Nice stuff.
Not bad for the price there. Look at this. $2.99. So many interesting people turned antennas at Hamvention this year. Just like I guess there always is, but hey, it was my first time, so it's always fun to see them with the first hand. All right, we're gonna hit up the flea market now.
They're rock solid. I mean, and then
Look at that.
it's called a URC 35 or receiver sighting. And they made some other weird.
So I need to make a special note about this table. This gentleman was selling a ton of QRP radios. That's a U kits, multiple U kits. He had the MSJ 9200. He had a KX1, I believe he sold that. Somebody told me about it. I missed it. It was just liquidating his whole supply. I don't know why exactly, but you know the deals were insane at Hamvention Flea Market, and man, this is just one example. Hey Alexa, where's Bob exactly right now? All right, well I'm here at the Hamvention booth. What's going on? Got Michael here.
Hi Josh, doing good here at Hamvention.
Yep.
Advertising our show, Hamvention.
Yeah.
So our show is a whole year away yet. Come up February 7th, 8th, and 9th of 2020. So go in there and advertising how good the weather is in February in Orlando.
Good weather, lots to see. You can camp, you can come out there
RVs.
vacation.
We have slots for over 200 RVs on site, full hookups. We have Disney World, all your theme parks. You want to bring the family, they go do something while you enjoy the show.
Very good. I didn't know the size of it. So in comparison, if you compare the two,
Dayton had last year right around 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
This year, February show, we had 23,700.
So that's awesome. Yeah. How about vendors, talks or whatever?
Yeah. Last year we had 32 forums, I believe.
Wow.
This year. So we're up there with that. Each forum is around 120 people in each one of them. Everything's AC, the forums are AC, all the buildings have AC.
That's a big selling point.
Yeah.
For the humidity, right?
Yeah, the humidity. Even 80 degrees there is high.
Right on.
So, but please come and see us in February.
And best way to find you is on your website?
www.hamvention.com.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you, Josh.
Take it easy.
Every time I came by here, you're not here.
That's because I'm popular, man.
I thought you were at the drone bikinis here.
Oh, well, I did, and Chuck...
When did we take our shirts off?
Chuck, they saw...
Oh, jeez.
They saw Chuck and they left. I mean, so, yeah.
Yeah, there's the...
Cheers. We gotta get a picture.
Did you get that on video?
Oh, yeah, I did.
You guys hit
He's starting to do that.
No, that's.
You cheapie, you put $1 in there?
I'm the portable guy now.
I need a box.
Special note here, Emmett and the amazing Radio Waves team, those elements up there, I believe those, at least the 40 is mine, shipping to me. And here is the Rig Pie. That's also, I'm going to get my hands on one of those and give it a shot. I can't wait to give that a go. That looks like a lot of fun. HF from my phone. This is the portable one, right? The Traveler?
Yes, that's, yeah.
Ooh, that's fast.
Yeah, it's very fast.
What does Hamvention look like when it's closing down? Well, it kind of looks like this. Everybody covers their stuff up with tarps. People start rolling out. Look at the icon booth there. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Flex Radio all covered up. Here's pretty much the end of day one. I was hurrying out of Dodge to go to City Barbecue, and I got stuck in traffic. Canadian Goose-related traffic to meet up with Jason, Ham Radio 2.0. Look at this. We don't see this in California. I don't know what I would have done. Here's an early shot going into day 2. Parking was perfect. I don't think anybody had to get dragged out like I heard had happened the previous year. Lines were long, though. Very long. But everybody was really cool. And, you know, it's kind of crazy. You're going to an event, and I get really... I don't get paranoid, but I don't like being in big crowds. But hanging out with this big crowd was no problem for me. And it was awesome. Everybody here. All hams, and, man, super fun.
Especially with the truck.
Here's the youngsters on the air booth. They said they had the best talks at Hamvention. I can't disagree with them. I saw the lineup. It looked pretty good. I didn't have much time to stop and look. Nice setup. So the way to look at this is... How you doing? Hey, thanks. So they got 3 big buildings, and that's where all the majors are. And then you got smaller buildings over here, and sellers for food and other stuff. And here's Ham Study, makers of the Signal Stick, ranked one of the best VHF UHF antennas by me, Hosh Nasi. Anyway, yeah, cool booth. They were very busy. And here is Step IR, the antenna everyone wants to put on their roof. I love this little thing. Look at this little gadget. It basically is demonstrating how they can change bands on the fly, which is very, very cool. One of the busiest booths at Hamvention was definitely ICOM. Giveaways, they had swag, it was insane. But I got hands-on with a radio that I really didn't understand until I was at Hamvention, and here it is. So here is a super wideband receive radio that I'm listening on 40 meters, and it sounds great. I saw this radio before, and I you know, you look up YouTube videos for this, and they're all out of Japan, they're not in English, and I didn't understand it. Then I put my hands on it, and I was like, wow, this is a really interesting receiver. So, hey, maybe more of that in the future. But the booth I kept coming back to was Alacraft. I gotta say, Wayne and Eric, they rocked that whole show. They were on their feet the entire day answering questions non-stop. They had a crew, but considering the other majors, it was not nearly as big, and man, they were working it.
So I made that pass. I don't think I made one contact because I didn't know what I was doing.
That doesn't come off, does it?
No, well, yeah, I'd have to take the case apart.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can't measure it.
Yeah.
We have to measure the antenna jack. It's cool. Man. This on?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So we're looking at the antenna analyzer by Ashar Farham. This is brand new, hasn't been released yet, and it's supposed to go from 70 centimeters all the way down to what? 120?
I don't know how low it goes. That's one thing he wasn't so sure on for us when we were asking.
Oh my God, you have to hand wind this?
It's looser when it's done, and maybe not, I don't know.
Can you long press down?
Let's find out. Well, let's see. Oh, that seems to be going, yeah, if we do it again, it was going by tens for a minute there.
Yeah. Oh, it's not touchscreen?
No, so.
Ah, okay. You could make a touchscreen though for it.
Probably. Okay, so that's saying it's down
all...
to 0. I probably have it on the wrong port. I'm pretty sure it's Arduino. It is an Arduino inside.
So it's gonna loop the other way.
There we go.
Oh, what?
Wrong port. So what's that telling us? I don't know yet.
It's something.
Something.
We have a reading.
Where's my marker? Like I said, I haven't.
So is it reading from the high side at the bottom?
What do you mean?
Well, most antenna analyzers, the upper portion of the graph is high SWR. Otherwise, it's saying it's SWR 0.
Yeah. What is this doing? Come on.
We get this like dirty back alley.
Yeah, it's great.
Pirated antenna analyzer deal going down here. Again, big thanks to everybody that came up and said hi. It was humbling. It's so weird, you know, you're just a dude, then you show up at Hamvention and all of a sudden people know your name. That was super cool. Emmett is rocking the camera for me, and he's gonna pan over here and get a quick peek at his hex beam that's high up in the air. But yeah, I again, man, everybody, thank you. This was, oh, I think that's Jet. Was that Jet? I don't know. Looked like Jet. And there it is. Ah, there's that hex beam. Look at that thing up there. Glorious. I want that mask. Emmett, drop that mask off at my house anytime you'd like, sir. So that's my quick montage of Hamvention 2019. Here's Flex Radio wrapping up. There's a certain peace that comes from watching the show close down. And I gotta say, Ohio, best maintained grass in the country. 2019 is in the history books, and I feel like I have to recap this somehow, and this is what I'll say. This is my first real big ham radio event, and it was amazing. I partially because maybe I brought all that sunshine from California to Ohio while California was completely covered in rain while I was gone. I don't know. But the weather was great. The facilities were great. The parking was great. I don't think anybody had to get towed out like they had in years prior to that. The flea market was perfect. I got to see so many cool things in the flea market. There was so many good deals in the flea market, and it was great to go to a show where it wasn't some ham radio stuff and then like somebody selling glue. For example, there's just so many good aspects to going to Hamvention, and I am so looking forward to future years of going to it. If you have not been to Hamvention, I highly, highly recommend it. There is something there for everyone. I got to go to a couple of the talks, and they were awesome. I could only imagine all the ones I missed just because I ran out of time. There was so many of them that I wanted to see, and I just couldn't go. To everyone that came up to me and said hi, you know, I watch your videos. That's it. It put a weird reality to this whole crazy thing that we're doing. I'm just talking about radios most of the time, so are all the other YouTubers, but it was really, really cool to hear people say, you know, you watch my stuff, or, you know, you're a fan. I get comments all the time, right, obviously on YouTube, but there's nothing like actually a human being telling you you like what that person is doing and they're creating, and it really puts some wind in your sails. So, oh man, I can only imagine forward-looking that this is just the best time for ham radio, as I like to say. It's the great time to be alive, and there's no doubt about that. The things I saw, the products that were available, and you know, to check out, and just the people and the flea market. I apologize that I didn't cover enough food. I really didn't eat. I did not. I think I ate one meal on both days, the entire day, except for Saturday night where I scarfed down a pizza in addition to the sausage and peppers that I had Saturday afternoon. It was crazy. It was nonstop, and it almost feels like I need 3 to 4 days really for Hamvention, 2 and a Sunday where you can really not do a ton because it's kind of shorter. But anyway, man, I'm rambling again to wrap this up, but thank you everyone, and if I missed anybody in the thank yous, I apologize. There's so many people, like I said, that deserve thank you, and this is to y'all, so thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate you all, and that's it. Hamvention is a wrap. There'll be some more videos coming out, but man, that's it.